Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be talking about the cards astrologically connected to the mutable earth sign of the zodiac, Virgo. As September comes around, which we are in September at the time of making this video, Virgo season occurs about August 21st, 22nd, 23rd, that area, to September 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So it's about 30 days there where we have that mutable earth energy, the sign of the Virgin, the one that's most focused on the details and perfecting things in their lives. I'm lucky enough that my mother is actually a Virgo, and my entire life she's created these beautiful things. She's made them with her hands, and she's paid attention to the little details that make everything perfect. Every time she throws a party or anything like that, like she's always getting these compliments and everything of how perfect it was. And like growing up in elementary school and all of that, like she was making the parties for our classes and stuff, and everybody enjoyed them so much. I was actually popular in elementary school. Middle school and high school, not so much, but we're not going to get into that. What we're here to do today is check all the cards connected to the sign of Virgo. The major arcana card astrologically connected to Virgo is the Hermit, and that 9 there can really remind us that that is the connection, because September is the most fulfilled like Virgo energy in the month, and you know that 9 relates to the 9th month of the year. So that Hermit, that energy right there, really connects to Virgo because they take that time for themselves. They spend that time in solitude and they shine a light within, so they know how to perfect their lives. Now, all mutable signs are astrologically connected to the Knights of the Tarot, because it's the ability to change your lives for the better, to create the lives you want, and be able to go with the flow when changes happen. So the Knight of Pentacles connects with the first 2 decans of Virgo. I almost said September, but the first 2 decans of Virgo, which are August 23rd to about September 10th or so. So that would be the Knight of Pentacles energy. Whereas the Queen of Swords takes up the 3rd decan and connects to the sign of Libra, which is the next sign after Virgo. So she rules about September 11th, September 12th to about October 12th. So that's her energy. And then with each decan, you know, August 23rd to August 31st would be the 8 of Pentacles. We just left that one behind at the time of making this video. The 9 of Pentacles would correspond with the present time right now, September 1st to about September 10th or 11th. And then the 10 of Pentacles picks up for the 3rd decan, September 10th to about September 20th, 21st, that area. So what I'd like to do in this video, as I've been doing with all the little zodiac ones, when it comes time for the zodiacs to change, and really share with you the cards that are, even if you're a Virgo, these cards are astrologically connected to you and your birthday. But I want to go through each of the cards individually, show you some different illustrations that really feel like I connect with that energy. You know, give you as much knowledge as I can. So let's get to it, shall we? Now here we have 3 different illustrations other than the Rider-Waite-Smith. By the way, this is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot if you're interested in checking that one out and adding it to your collection. It's the Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's a little bit darker illustrations, a little bit more vibrant. I love the illustrations there. But what we're going to talk about are these 3 cards right here, the ones that I feel really connect with the energy of the Hermit. And I just realized this as I was looking at him. Whereas the Hermit in the Rider-Waite-Smith and many other illustrations is very masculine. You know, this is an elderly gentleman. He's experienced a lot in his life. He's shining a light, looking down on all the things that he's learned. And that's the energy of the 9. It's the number that comes right before the 10, the beginning and the ending, depending on how you look at it. The Wheel of Fortune of the major arcana, spinning the wheel and taking that chance. But that 9 shows taking a look back at the life that you have lived, and learning the lessons that those experiences have to teach you. I feel like asking Alexandria's song Alone in a Room really depicts that energy of the Hermit. You know, spending that time alone, getting to know those secrets of your soul, all the things that you ever needed to learn are within you, taking that time to really focus on that, learn the lessons the past have to teach you. So we do have that masculine energy there, but the 3 illustrations I have here are very feminine because each of them show a woman. And this woman's gone up the mountain. She's sitting on the edge right there, and the light is coming from her. So instead of the light being external, like in this illustration, the light is within her. She's radiating that light because she's taken that time to learn the lessons the past have to teach her. Whereas the Hermit in the Zombie Tarot, this is the late Seers Tarot, by the way, the Hermit in the Zombies Tarot, you can see there all the stress, all the chaos and everything that's going behind her. The zombie apocalypse in this deck has very much occurred. But look at her face. Look at that expression on her face. She doesn't care. She's not letting the zombies of the world hold her back. She's not stressing out about it, and she's not focusing on the negative. She's in there, she's reading a book, she's enjoying her time by herself. And that's very much the energy of the Hermit, and a great thing to do this time of year as well, as summer comes to an end. we're getting ready for winter, fall's coming, that all those wonderful, wonderful things. I mean that sarcastically. Um, but taking that time to really spend some time to get to know ourselves, decide what we want to do with the next 3 months of our lives, get an idea of what we want the next year to be, really taking that time of solitude to really connect with our higher selves and learn the secrets of our souls. That's the energy of the hermit, and she's doing that. She doesn't care what is going on outside. She knows that she's safe. She's enjoying the time with her own company. She's even got the chocolates down here to enjoy, just spending that time to appreciate herself and spend time getting to know herself. And the third illustration of the Hermit I have to share with you is the Hermit from the Modern Witch Tarot. And I love this illustration because it kind of shows that solitude, spending time alone, you know, alone in a room. There's the window and everything. And she's got the black on it. She's got the gray coat and everything. So life might be dreary and disappointing, but she's still taking that time for herself. And the illustration here shows that laptop. Like, she's either debating whether she wants to open it up and look onto like the internet and search the World Wide Web, connect with others and stuff like that. Or she may be tempted to do that, but at the same time, this could be showing her in the process of closing it so she can take that time to look within. Now, in this illustration, it's just there's no symbol, there's no light coming from it, whereas there's this one and this one. And in this one, it seems the light is right there around her neck on that star. So taking that time to look within, spending time for yourself, that is the energy of the Hermit and one of the most empowering cards of the major arcana in the tarot itself, I feel, because spending that time in solitude, that's what's going to give you the answers that you seek. It's the answers that you seek are within you, those knowledges of the past, the lessons that you've learned. You're the ones that have experienced it. So taking that time to look within, shining a light on the darkness so you can bring that darkness to light, really embrace who you are, and leaving behind the obstacles that, like, in the stress and the other people's opinions stuff, leaving that behind, shutting that computer, that laptop, that cell phone, shutting them off, and really spending that time to get know yourself can help you decide what you want to do moving forward. Because that 9, it moves to the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, taking a chance on yourself, spinning the wheel, taking a risk, and learning from that past. That's how you can do that with confidence. Up next, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which corresponds to the last decan of August, so about August 11th to about September 11th. And this is the soldier that is not afraid of mundane routines and boring situations to achieve his goals. Like the Rider-Waite-Smith healer illustration here, we have the yellow, which shows the creative power that this knight possesses, this soldier that isn't afraid of the work that has to be done. He puts in that work, he plows that field, he plants the seeds, and he enjoys the fruits of his labor when he's achieved his goals. So this energy is not all that fun, but it's that ability to really focus on perfecting our lives. And that's what Virgo, I feel, is like really all about. Paying attention to the small details, doing the work no matter how boring and mundane that work can seem at times. Now, I do have 3 illustrations here, 2 of which are animals, and I have the Knight of Pentacles down here, and we'll talk about each of them. Now, the Knight of Pentacles over here, it's got the cat. This is the Grimalkin's Curious Cat Tarot, created by M.J. Cullinane, the artist behind the Crow Tarot. And I really like this illustration because the cat's like looking at the person, like taking the picture, or you looking at us, saying, you know, do I really have to do this? Do I really have to put in the hard work and effort to achieve my goals? And the answer is always yes. If you want to achieve success, if you want to perfect your goals and your ideas, then taking that time really to learn from your past and paying attention to the small details, doing the work even if you don't want to, even if it gets boring and mundane and you don't want to do the routine anymore, focusing on that work, doing what you want to do, that is how you achieve your goals. And we have the pumpkin down here too, and this is very much the season when we pick pumpkins and our pumpkins come to fruition and we like grow those pumpkins, the sunflowers and everything. Like, this illustration really screams like this time of year to me, and like that's what we do this time of year. That's what the connection is. You know, all the work that we put in during the summer, that work is starting to pay off. And we have the yellow that we connected here with the yellow up here as well, showing that creative ability that we possess, whether you have Virgo in your chart very strongly or not, that energy of the season, and within you, you have the ability to create the life that you truly want to live. You have the ability to perfect it. When you focus on that goal, soldier on even when the work seems boring and mundane. Now, the illustration over here, this is Toto from the Shadow of Oz Tarot, and I really like this illustration. Like, if you know the Wizard of Oz, which, I mean, who doesn't know the Wizard of Oz, honestly? There's so much more than just the movie. There's books as well. 18 or 19 books if I remember correctly. But I chose this illustration because we can just use the movie there. Toto was always by Dorothy's side. He was always helping her. He always had Dorothy's back no matter what she was doing. And that's another thing I really noticed about the energy of Virgo. They always want to help others, and they're always of service to others, making sure others' lives are happy, perfected, and really enjoying lives with others. So that energy of Toto there kind of says, like, when you're soldiering on and you're helping others and you're making other lives better, others' lives perfect and stuff like that, spending that time alone in solitude that we talked about with the hermit, that's enjoyable for a time, but then taking that time can really help you be of service and help others perfect their lives as well. And that's what Toto did in the movie and in the stories as well. He was there for Dorothy. He had Dorothy's back. And the walk to the Emerald City, that might not have been that enjoyable and fun, but he did the work, he put in the effort, and he was the soldier he needed to be to perfect his goals and help Dorothy get back to Kansas. And then the last illustration I have is from the Pulp Tarot. And I really like this illustration because each of the other ones kind of says of a different time. It says, like, the heart, perfecting the harvest of our labor, taking that time to pay attention to small details. There's really no modern energy to it necessarily. But the illustration we have here really kind of connects with that energy of the modern era. So if you want to find that success and wealth, if you want to achieve your goals, be a boss or a mob leader in the moving forward, like, bad example I suppose, but if you want to make that money to feel comfortable and safe in your life, then taking that time to pay attention to the small details, perfecting your goals, and really having patience with yourself, taking that time to look within, can help you achieve those goals. So all three of these, or four of these characters, have that in common. They're focused, they're dedicated. Even that cat, he might want to do it, but he's willing to put in the work and soldier on to achieve his goals. Up next, we have the Queen of Swords, and like the Knight of Pentacles we just met, this does connect very much to the next sign of Libra. It's like the one most connected, the court card most connected to Libra, but it connects with that final decan of Virgo as well. So it's about September 11th to about October 11th, and this is the card and the Queen who has experienced pain of her past. We can see that she's left it behind in the illustration of the Rider-Waite-Smith. The clouds are clearing, she's in control and focused on the future. And the Queen of Swords, like I said, well, we probably all can relate to a little bit. The pain we've experienced in our past, the things that have made us just drop to our knees, cry, be devastated about, those lessons, as hard as they are to learn, those experiences, as painful as they were, have something to teach us. And that connects very much back to the hermit that we met earlier, spending that time in solitude to learn the lessons that the past had to teach us. So that's what this illustration really shows. The blue clearing of the sky shows that life is going to get better. She's going to learn from that experience, and she's going to lead moving forward, having taken that knowledge and making the future what she wants it to be. The Healing Light Tarot is the illustration right here, created by Christopher Butler, and you can see the happiness, like, it's just a silhouette of a woman, of a queen, but you can see that happiness, the I'm not going to let this pain hold me back anymore. I'm going to take control, I'm going to learn from this experience, and I'm going to make my future what I want it to be. As this relates to the suit of the mind, because it's the feminine leader, the suit of the mind, it's trusting our minds, learning from those experiences, and using logic moving forward, not letting the emotions of the past hold us back. So it does have a high priestess energy to it, showing like taking that knowledge and moving forward, making the futures what we want them to be. Now, the Deviant Moon Tarot, I really like this illustration because of how sad she looks. And that sword suggests she's the one that's caused and inflicted this pain, because there's the blood on the bottom. Who knows what's on the other side of this card, what she's stabbed, what she's experienced, but she's still looking forward. She's still moving forward because she's taken those wisdom of the past, and she knows that the future can be different. She can make it different. So those experiences of your past, spending that time in solitude, really learning from those experiences, can help you make your future what you want it to be. So that Queen of Swords energy connecting with the third decan of September, I feel like that relates to those of us who have like major depression issues, seasonal depression, a huge thing, even if you don't have regular depression. Watching the summer go away and seeing the leaves turn different colors, so as pretty as it is, can be very depressing as well. That red and yellow kind of connects with that, I think, and the fact that if you look in the background there, all the trees have like lost their leaves, so that can be very depressing this time of year, especially towards the end of September, because then that's when fall is going to occur, that's when autumn comes, and that energy can just depress us. But when we take the time to look within, spend that time in solitude and learn the lessons, we can start focusing on what we can change, what we can make our lives better, how we can bring beauty in our lives despite the fact that the beauty of nature seems to be going away. And then, of course, you know me and crows. I will always pick a card that has crows on it. I will always, like, that's my favorite. So this illustration from the Oak, Ash, and Thorn Tarot, or the Three Trees Tarot, I don't know exactly what it's called. This illustration, I love it because it's the crow. Crows are considered messengers from the other side. They're the ones that can pass between the veil. So this is like, and he's even, unlike this illustration, this one and this one, it's even looking back towards where they've been. So learning from those experiences, taking those lessons and applying them to the future, leading it in life with logic. And what these three illustrations have in common, not necessarily the Deviant Moon, because I do not see one on there, but the three illustrations here all show that butterfly, and butterflies are very much connected to that same energy with the learning from the past, you know, transforming, taking that time for incubation. You know, caterpillars turn into butterflies, they go in the chrysalis, they hibernate for a while, they learn from their past. I don't know, I'm not a butterfly, I don't know if they learn from their past or not, but they take that time of solitude so they can fly away and transform their lives for the better. So each of these characters have that sword, that truth, taking that time to find the truth within, learn from the past, and apply it to the future, so you know you can transform your life for the better. Be the butterfly, leave the caterpillar feelings behind, that feeling of stagnation and being stuck, and embrace that power that you possess, that leader, to logically make your life, your future, what you want it to be, learning from that past. So the Queen of Swords is such an interesting card, such an empowering card. It's much like the Hermit. Learning from those experiences of the past, that can help you make the future what you want it to be. Now, each of the deacons in each zodiac sign, they each correspond to a different number of card, and different, like, tarot card. I couldn't get the right words there, sorry about that. But 8, 9, and 10 are all the cards astrologically connected to Virgo, because it's the mutable sign, and mutable signs always relate to the last three. So 8 of Pentacles is the card astrologically connected to the first decan of Virgo. So it's before September, August 23rd, or this year at least, August 23rd, usually August 21st to about August 31st. That is the energy of the 8 of Pentacles. As you can see from at least these three cards, they're all very focused on their goal. They're very focused on what they want to achieve. And that is the energy of the 8 of Pentacles. Hard at work and focused and dedicated on perfecting your goals. And you can see that very much in the Rider-Waite-Smith illustration here. And in the Rider-Waite-Smith, you can see, like, the blue sky, like everything's getting better. It relates to that Queen of Swords that we met a little bit ago. But he's not letting the past hold him back. He's focused on his goal. He's out there hardworking, dedicated to what his craft, trying to do the work. And it goes back to that Knight of Pentacles as well. You know, the work that you're putting in, it might not be that enjoyable and fun, but doing it is how you're going to achieve that success and wealth. And let's not forget, this is the 8 of Pentacles, so it very much relates to that success and wealth of the 8, so that you can make the money you need and really focus on those financial goals. And he's very dedicated to it. He's perfecting those pentacles. As much as they look similar and they look the same, they're not. They're different. Like, they're just slightly different. And that's the importance and why we perfect our goals and we pay attention to details, so we can make the changes we need to make our lives better. Now, this next illustration, hands down, my favorite illustration of the 8 of Pentacles. It might be my favorite illustration in a tarot deck. I'm just so excited the fact that I have a card with Nikola Tesla on it. This is from the United States of Tarot. And it shows him in his office. I don't know exactly what it's called, like in his giant room where he made electricity. Seriously, Nikola Tesla, you know that saying, like, you see that question going around on internet sometimes, of if you could sit on a bench and converse with someone that has passed, who would it be? This is mine. This is my guy, 100%. I absolutely love Nikola Tesla. And this illustration just shows the power he had, that dedication he had to his craft. He was a genius. And from what I've read and I've heard, sadly, he died in a hotel room in New York City. His work was discredited. He wasn't given the attention and just the power that he deserved, the appreciation he deserved. And his best friends, when he died, his only friends were the pigeons he took care of on the rooftop. That is devastating to me, because how hard he worked, how dedicated he was, how focused he was on his goals. And you could see it there, all the energy he created. Like, he is the most genius person that I have ever heard of. I absolutely love him, and I could not make a video about the Eight of Pentacles and not put him in here, because if there's someone that was dedicated to his craft, someone focused on achieving his goals and finding not just success for himself, but better lives for everybody, success for others too. He had the way of making free energy. I'm not going to go into that all that much, but think about how much you pay for electricity and everything at this time. He knew how to get it for free. Come on, like, this guy was a genius. And so, epitome of Eight of Pentacles, working hard and dedicating your life to the craft, whatever that craft might be, whatever project you want to achieve, focus and dedication, perfecting your goals. That's how you do it. Nikola Tesla, perfect example of that. That genius he had, that solitude that he spent alone so he could learn the secrets within and the secrets of the universe. That is a perfect energy of the Hermit, a perfect energy of Virgo, and a perfect energy showing the success and wealth that we can find when we're willing to do the same. Now, the Dark Mansion Tarot, I'm not as enthusiastic because it's a character. It's not like Nikola Tesla, but the Eight of Pentacles here, you can see it's very much like this one, dedicated, focused, driving that bicycle. Well, it kind of looks like he's on a bicycle, but now that I look up, see his legs down here. But he's focused on that wheel. He's focused on making his craft. So instead of necessarily making those pentacles, he's using those pentacles to make something new. So this is like a different energy than we may have had before. You're taking what we've already learned, taking the pentacles that are money that we have made and applying it to a new path. Hard work and dedication can help us make more. And then the Starman Tarot, just because I like the fact that this one is full of like colorful energy and stuff, and it's showing that dedication and focus that can make our lives better and bring color to our lives. And you can see, like, his back is turned, he's putting all those little pentacles and stuff up there, or whatever you want to call them, and really taking that time to focus on his craft, dedicate himself to his work, paying attention to the small details and stuff in order to achieve the work. So energy of Eight of Pentacles connecting to the final first decan of Virgo with August 23rd to about August 31st, shows that hard work and dedication can help us achieve our goals. The Nine of Pentacles corresponds to the second decan of Virgo, so it's about September 1st to about September 10th and 11th. You can see all the different illustrations here, and this is one of those cards, if it comes up in a reading, it thrills us, it makes us happy, because one of the things I've always, I first learned about this card is if this card comes up, it's a message from your guides that you have earned something, you have worked hard, and you can appreciate the fruits of your labor and buy yourself something nice. So waiting for someone else to buy you that tarot deck that you want, or waiting for someone to buy you that dishwasher that you want or something. No, you've made a name for yourself. This card says you can buy it for yourself. You don't have to wait for someone else to do it for you. Now with this illustration, this one, we have very much the creative energy of the yellow, showing the hard work and dedication that we put in with the 8 is starting to pay off. That time that we spend in solitude to learn the secrets of our souls, that connects very much to this 9 as well, because it is the 9 of the suit of material happiness and financial success. So it's appreciating that time and doing something nice for ourselves. The illustration here with the Rider-Waite Smith, she's got the garden, she's got the grapes and everything. She's in her wealthy gown. I believe these are the symbols for Venus as well, showing the financially successful woman that she is. But modern days, it's not just the women, it's women and men both. You know, you work hard to achieve your goals. You can do something, you can splurge on yourself, you can do something nice for yourself. Now this illustration and this one have something in common that maybe not necessarily this one and this one do, but it's the fact that she's got a hood over her bird right here in the illustration, and this one actually shows the bird in a cage. So it's saying that while we can purchase ourselves something nice and do something nice and like get that material object that we really want, that material possession, you know, don't let that block your spirituality. Don't let just the focus on material happiness like keep you prisoner. So that's kind of like a message of caution with the 9, despite the fact that it's a very, very positive card and shows, you know, you've worked hard to achieve your goals. That energy of the 8, hard work and dedication, can help you celebrate the fruits of your labor and do something nice for yourself. This is from the Trionfi Della Lune Illustrated Pips edition by Patrick Valencia. And I had to pick this card because it's like that 8 of Pentacles I have with Nikola Tesla. It's just perfect. It's so pretty. It just embodies the energy, like the rainbow colors and everything. She's created all this for herself. She's achieving the fruits of her labor. She's appreciating the fruits of her labor because she's worked hard to achieve them. So that illustration with all the rainbow colors and everything says the beauty that she's brought into her life and the beauty that we can bring into our own lives. And her bird doesn't have that, doesn't seem to be trapped or anything. She's looking at it. She's got the wings herself. She's flown to where she wants to be. She's achieved her goals, and she's really celebrating the fantastic soul that she is, all the things that she has worked hard for. She can purchase whatever she wants. She really enjoys it. We have the illustration of Housewives Tarot here, and I love this illustration. It's just so fun and whimsical because even growing up, my parents never had a dishwasher or anything. It was us or it was them, you know, hand washing dishes. But that you really made a name for yourself. You've really worked hard when you're able to buy a dishwasher and get all your dishes washed like so quickly, and you don't have to like lift a finger except to put them in and take them out. So that energy of the Nine of Pentacles there, you know, it's at the pinnacle, different pronunciation, different word technically. You're a pinnacle of your goals, your material goals, and you've achieved enough that you can celebrate the fruits of your labor. And at the time of making this video, this is very much the second decan of Virgo. So if you want to purchase something nice for yourself, and if you want to splurge on yourself, this card says go for it. Do something nice for yourself. You've earned it. You've worked hard for it. And let's not forget the card from the Shadowland Tarot, Nine of Pentacles. And like I said, it's similar to this one, as the bird, and the bird is the main character, but she's trapped. She's stuck in this cage. So all that focus on material happiness and material goals, you know, there's a message of caution there. Working so hard to achieve your goals might make you miss out on the fun and enjoyment that life has to offer. So staying focused on the goals, you know, embracing that Knight of Pentacles, learning from your past, all that, it's important and all to achieve your material goals. But staying present and being free is just as important as well. So purchasing yourself something nice, something really, like, that's something nice to do for yourself. At the same time, just being there for yourself, appreciating yourself, learning from the past, and knowing you can't take all those material possessions with you when you go. That might be a message of the Nine of Pentacles as well. So just being aware of that, not getting trapped by all those things that, you know, the material work of your labor. And I did forget this little aspect, and I really want to go back and touch on it before we move to the Ten of Pentacles. It's this snail down here, the snail walking across the bottom of the card. You'd almost miss it. I did miss it at first, but it's very important as well, because slow and steady wins the race. Slow and focused on the goal, paying attention to those small details. That is the energy of Virgo, taking that time to perfect our goals, paying attention to the details, and working towards the fruits of our labor so we can purchase those things that we want. You are the one creating the beauty in your life. You are the one that's able to do this. So paying attention to those small details, appreciating everything you've experienced in the past and all you've learned, and really showing yourself that appreciation that you deserve, that can help you perfect your life, make it what you want it to be, and complete your goals so you can purchase those things for yourself that you want. And last, but certainly not least, we have the third decan of Virgo, which corresponds to the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Materials, we have that as well. Over there, we have the Nine of Coins. There's different names for it, but it's all very much the same energy. It shows like that material happiness, financial success. Ten of Pentacles corresponds to about September 11th to September 20th. It's that decan. So the energy of that very much connects to like this illustration, especially shows it that generations of family coming together to celebrate. We've got the elderly person there, like the grandparent. We had the parents there. We have the kids right there. We see one kid over there. So it's that just generations of family, all the fruits of our labor that even the ones before us came and achieved. All of that, completing it. We've completed our goals. We have much to appreciate. My personal opinion about the Ten of Pentacles, why it very much does show generations of family coming together, inheritance, you know, other people like family members giving us stuff when they pass on, stuff like that. I've never really been 100% on board with that energy. I prefer to see this Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Materials, Ten of Coins. We have coins over here, Pentacles over here, and materials right there. But I've always liked to see this energy as the generations that came before us, our ancestors, our own past lives, learning from who's come before us. Now the illustration over here is very much a Marseille style tarot. It is actually the same type of deck as this. This is his illustrated pips edition of this deck, but it shows that the coins, all the coins on the family tree that have been achieved, the tree of life, the generations that have come, the ones that have made money before us, we might be appreciating that money ourselves, or we might be making that money ourselves and learning from the past, learning from the ones came before us, learning from nature. All of this, learning from the history behind us, can help us make our lives better, make our futures what we want them to be, and make beauty in our life. Speaking of beauty, we had the Muse Tarot over here by Chris Ann, and I've chosen this because of the roses and everything. And even, like, we do talk and focus a lot about money when it comes to the suit of material happiness and financial success, but it's still the suit of earth as well. And that this illustration really shows that earth appreciating the beauty of the flowers, of the roses that we've worked hard to achieve. And we've got the grayed out people down here, so it could be the generations of family coming together, the generations that came before us, the ones that have planted those seeds and brought those things to reality, brought those things to fruition. And they're grayed out, which kind of connects to that Knight of Pentacles we talked about earlier, the boring and mundane work that goes into achieving our material goals. It might not be fun, it might not be enjoyable, but look what the fruits of our labor have achieved, those roses, the beauty that we create in life, learning from the past, spending that time in solitude and knowing we have the ability to beautify our lives, bringing our ideas into reality, that hard work and effort that we put in with the 8, the appreciation that we had of it of the 9. This 10 shows like we've completed it. We've completed our goals. We've achieved our goals. And if we can do this, we can do anything. And then continuing with Chris Ann's work, the author behind, or the artist behind the Light Seers Tarot too, we have the Tarot of Curious Creatures with this 10 of Pentacles, and it shows the 2 alligators or crocodiles. I don't know, I can't tell by looking at them what the difference between a crocodile and alligator. But that's not important, not really. But this illustration here, I've chosen this one because alligators and crocodiles are some of the oldest living species on the entire earth. They've been here for millions of years. They're still here. They're still lurking in the oceans. They're still eating their meals and everything. And it kind of combines that energy I said, learning from the past, learning from our past lives, learning from our ancestors, learning from the history we've left behind, learning from those experiences. That's how we can complete what we're here to do, how we can feel comfortable and safe in our material lives, our earthly existences, because we've learned from the past. So this energy connecting with the sign of Virgo, which is the sign we're in right now, learning from those experiences, taking the time to appreciate everything we've achieved, appreciate the materials, possessions that we have in our lives, and knowing we have the ability to perfect our lives, that's how we can make our futures better. So that is a look at all the cards astrologically connected to Virgo. You know, the Hermit is the major arcana card astrologically connected to Virgo the entire season, August 21st to about September 21st. The Knight of Pentacles corresponds to the first and second decans of Virgo, as well as the last of Leo. So showing that hard work and dedication in order to, and no matter how boring it is, in order to achieve the fruits of our labor. That is astrologically corresponding to August 11th to about September 11th. Queen of Swords picks up right where that Knight of Pentacles left off. It is September 11th to about October 11th. We'll talk a little bit about her a little more detailed when it comes time for Libra season. 8 of Pentacles corresponds to the first decan of Virgo, so about August 23rd to, or this year. I keep saying August 23rd because that is the time it did this year. But a lot of times it's August 21st to about August 31st. 9 of Pentacles corresponds to first day of September, so September 1st to about September 10th. That second decan, you know, appreciating the fruits of our labor, working hard to achieve our goals. Slow and steady wins the race. Taking that time to learn from where we've been so we can make our futures where we want to be. Buying ourselves something nice if that's what we wanted to do. And then the 10 of Pentacles picks up where the 9 of Pentacles left off, September 11th to about September 20th, 21st. So that energy of the Pentacles, that energy of earthly happiness and earthly possessions, hard work, dedication, and spending that time in solitude can give us the answers that we seek and help us achieve our goals. I very much want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you've learned a lot. I will leave a list of all the cards that I used in the description below. I cannot leave the links for the purchases, like how to buy them, or the links for that, but I can tell you which decks they are, so you can do that if you want to. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.